able to, well, at least he's going to be able to find very easy pickups on the Chen. As soon as he's 6, he's just going to go into the jungle, eat a creep that Chen's got, and then just turn and fight him. And Chen's not going to be able to do an awful amount. But anyway, let's introduce the teams as we're heading to the first game of the day between 4 Clovers and basically Unknown. Over on the side of the Dire, we're going to have BZZ on the Quap. It's going to be Yol on the Axe, and towards, Go Black there on the Witch Doctor, and on the mid lane, you are going to have Hani on his Clinks, and off lane, of course, is going to be Sexy Bambo himself on that Broodmother. I'm ODPixel. I'm going to be joined today with, of course, Papa Dreyich, as there is an absence of Traskell. And hang on, Arnie here with the searing arrows. This could be first blood. He only needs one more hit after this. I mean, Mind Control's trying to use way for the trees. It won't be enough. Harney first blood for the mid lane on the Clinks. He's going to be happy with that start.
And he's going to get a rune now as well, so he's almost level 2 now. He's almost level 2 actually. Just 50 exp.
That's a good start. That is a very good start there for the Dire. But anyway, there is, of course, it's a game of 2 sides. And Radiant, Papa Dreyich, let us know who we're seeing on what.
Definitely. I'm going to go from left to right then, as that's my normal way to do it. So we're going to have Mind Control playing the Phoenix in the offlane here. On Dusa, we're going to have Nico Baby, who played really well yesterday, actually. He farmed really good. Chen is going to be played by Pure Evil, which is like the coolest nickname I've ever heard. Lion is going to be played by Stomanen. And last but not least, then the Storm Spear played by Arise, of course. And he's getting a lot of damage in middle.
He does seem to like to do this, though. We saw him yesterday on the Quap versus the TA, and very early on he took a lot of damage from the side blade. So maybe this is all just part of the plan here for Arise.
Yeah.
He's got the salve coming out to him. But no, this is... I mean, we talked about this, obviously, the Storm versus Quap lane, the Quap coming out on top. Clinks in the mid is not something that we see a lot this patch, but how does the balance kind of fare up in your eyes here?
Clinks is really good in one-on-one scenarios like this one. And Storm, I mean, he can hit back, but I think Clinks is going to be fine here. Whoa, at least not now. I think also the range, I have to actually check that because I'm not like... Yeah, I think it's a little bit more range. Yeah, it's a lot of more range on the Clink, so you can harass a lot more with that. But then later on you have to be careful, of course, with Clinks because Arise will be able to jump him, which not many other heroes can do, and fetch him. And if he has a Chen there or a Lion, it's going to be an easy kill as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, looking at the so the safe lane Quap, you're putting this Quap in this position, obviously prioritizing her farm. What do you think the intention is in terms of items? What are you trying to get up as quickly as possible? Is it the Orchid?
Well, I think Orchid is a lot about timing, and if you get the timing right, like if you can get it at 14 minutes or something like that, which is nice, you can get it earlier too, but around there, I think it can do a lot of work here, especially versus Storm Spirit, which otherwise is going to be like the dictator of the tempo in this game, and if you have Orchids on him, he's going to just have to play safe or even go for a BKB first, which you really don't want to do on a oh my god.
Double damage. Arise needs to be careful here. The counter rotation actually coming in from Chen, who's around towards the mid lane, just in case Clinks comes in. But Clinks, of course, not the easiest hero to gank in the mid lane.
No, he's fairly fast as well when he goes into the invisibility, but I would say he's easier to gank than Queen still. I don't know, maybe that's just my book, but I feel like that at least. So that's why I'm wondering why he's here and Queen is not. Maybe they thought it possibly could be more of an aggressive lane top, Mind Control getting a lot of damage here. But he's going to be fine with his Icarus dive, which is, by the way, the coolest name of a skill. I think
Icarus.
Yeah, I love it.
Icarus.
Icarus. Yeah, but I'm saying it like when I was a kid and played a Icarus Warrior on Nintendo.
Oh, dear. Anyway, so Phoenix has to go back to base though, because he didn't have any regen on him at that point. So he's got to back out of the lane. Looking at the two kind of position ones, Medusa just at the top with 16 CS compared to the 15. So it's very close, but Medusa not really being harassed that much at all by Sexy Bambo. Looks like the line has been there enough with the control to keep Bambo just slightly back and a little bit safer. But Bambo's found himself 7 CS, and with the lane pushing up like this, he'll still continue to find things. And I mean, this is the problem playing up against a Broodmother. It really kind of feels, even if she doesn't get a lot at the start, there's going to be that mid-game portion where you just kind of, you have to, you know, attend your focus elsewhere on the map. And Broodmother is just going to revel off that and become very, very scary.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Broodmother has gotten enough levels here to be a problem. But now the Lion comes in, and actually they're going to get a kill here on Bam. No, they didn't dust him. They only had a sentry. Okay, fine.
Getting me alone, pulling him back. Indeed. But I mean, yeah, the fact that Medusa is still getting the farm, this is good. Inside the Dire Jungle, Yol as well with the Tranquils, 200 gold as well. Harney, gonna love the bounty rune. Mind Control tried to go for a little bit of a drive-by steal there. Won't get away with it, and there's the sentry indeed on the high ground. Just keeping tabs of Harney's movement up towards, up and backwards towards the top. Rune spot. Yol, he's playing, you know, as an Axe does. He's a very kind of low HP jungler, but I suppose against this kind of lineup, that's all right, because Lion, he's going to kind of need to stick around with the Medusa, and Chen, probably not going to be looking to rotate into the Dire Jungle anytime soon.
No, he's going to be fine there. And I guess that's what you were talking about. I mean, they know that there is a room for Axe here, at least in the beginning, so they are going to abuse it. I'm not so good at foresting, but he is at least, in my opinion, doing decent here. I think he could be... No, he's doing good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to get a triple stack off here as well if he's able to do that now.
I thought he already took that, but now he is... Oh, he's actually going to stack it once more, so... If he gets another blink though, maybe, and an Orchids on Queen of Pain, I don't know if I want to be a Ryze this game at all. I mean, that's going to be really hard for the Storm if that happens. And also, we don't know, maybe Honey is going for the Orchids and maybe Queen of Pain is going for something else.
Yeah, I mean, double Orchid, I mean, it's certainly some... sorry, the Orchid in the blink, it's going to be scary, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, no, yeah, double Orchid, sorry. Yeah, if the Clinks gets it, as well as the Quap. And, I mean, also, even just against the Medusa, the Orc is going to be pretty big, because as soon as Medusa hits the 6, she'll feel a lot safer inherently because of the Stone Gaze.
Yeah.
But if you're able to get the jump on her with these heroes, obviously with the Blink or with the Shadow Walk,
definitely,
it's going to be very, very hard for her to get it off once she's Orchided, because it's going to be impossible, and she's not going to have the Manta style that soon in this game.
No, but I don't think they should both go for Orchids. I think you have to think bigger than that. But one of them, whoever gets it first, if you can get this timing, they can start rolling. Unless Basic Unknown already got their items, because that's the thing with timing the Orchids. You always want to time it really fairly before the Manta style, otherwise it's useless pretty much. And you should be able to do that if you're going for the Orchids. Did that make any sense?
It did. It did. Don't you worry, Papa Dretch. I mean, in the mid lane anyway, Harney, he's got the Soul Ring. Of course, works pretty nicely with the ultimate in the sense that there's always the mana there, and the health that you kind of lose is going to be negated by the fact that your health pool's increased once you're in the creep. So Harney's going to be fine with that.
They're actually swapping around here.
They are, aren't they? Ryze has come down to the bottom, and I guess with the Remnant damage and the Overload, you can be a little bit of an issue here for the Spiderlings.
Yeah.
And I guess at the same time, Medusa in the mid lane against the Clinks, it's not the nicest lane. I think the Medusa would have been more happy down in the bottom lane, but maybe the fact that Ryze is going to get that a little bit more farm priority now, even though he wasn't doing awful in the mid lane. I mean, he was kind of even with CS with the Clinks.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I can't really... I mean, obviously the Clinks had a little better start here with the first blood and stuff. Let's see the spiders now. God, this is so frustrating. But Ryze is ready to help out his friend here. But you saw Lion, he went down 200 HP just from, like, watching him. That's so unfair.
And Chen's coming into the lane. Well, he came to the lane for a little bit of action, and now the rotation from Harney. He's going to find himself a Chen. He's got the ultimate, and there we go. Turning onto the Chen. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you need, and that is why we're seeing the Clinks being picked up against the Chen.
Yeah, that was perfect movement. Just he didn't even have to spend time. He just walked down there, killed him, and went back. Well, they have some vision, of course, with the spiders, so they know what happens a little bit in that forest as well, which is a really good thing versus Chen. So, as I said, if they can take over this forest in some way, they're going to be in a really good position for Clovers here.
Oh, Yol goes down to 4 HP there, but I'm sure he had that perfectly calculated. And still, Yol, yeah, of course, uninterrupted. He's going to have the Blink Dagger, I'd imagine, probably before the 10-minute mark. He's sitting on about 1,600 gold at the moment. Yeah, look at these spiders. This, yeah, the Ryze and Stormman in combo, just blowing up the Spiderlings every time they go in, and more farm, more gold for Ryze. Still on the top of the net worth, it is the two heroes on the side of 4 Clovers. Harney, of course, on the Clinks, and your Queen of Pain safe lane, sitting at 3.8k gold so far, which actually surprisingly, I guess, on this Quap, I mean, the net worth on this Quap it's over 1,000 on the Medusas.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Maybe this spider has been more of an issue than we can say. And as we can see also on the Queen of Pain, she has a belt of giant strength, which means she's probably going for Necrobook.
Okay.
And Necrobook is of course a good counter to Medusa as well. I mean, it burns damage and it deals pure damage if you kill it, which it's really hard to not do if you have split shot activated and all that stuff.
Actually, yeah, of course, yeah, taking away the mana.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty big, not only just for the Medusa, but also for the Storm Spirit.
Definitely. If you lock him down and use the book, like for example, if Hani gets these Orchids and you have a Necrobook, he's so wasted. I think he's wasted anyway, because you saw how much damage Clinks does. I can't even imagine how that feels. Like Shen, you don't need a slow on him. You just need to be there and hit him in the face and he's gonna die. And an Orchids on that, of course, is gonna be really nice.
I mean, it's certainly looking to be a very good start for the side of Four Clovers. 2 for 0 so far. The farm is certainly there for these heroes. And actually, sorry, if we just have a look at Hani, what did he have picked up after kind of the, sorry, was the finished, yeah, the finished treads. And has he got anything on the courier? I kind of feel like there's some...
No.
Stuff of wizardry for the co-op.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, but he's still very rich at this moment in time.
Yeah, but he both went for Soul Ring and Bottle and Stick, so he didn't really, he wasn't greedy. He went for it all. He wanted to be able to have infinite mana pretty much, because that's what he's getting with this.
Yeah, I think also notable as well, if we're looking at the CS here, 41 denies on the quad. So if we look at the level, in fact, of the Phoenix on this offlane, we're seeing, what, level 4, and then you compare that to the Brood on the Four Clovers, level 8. Yeah. I mean, that's the power of denies. I mean, that's a big difference between your offlaners.
Wow, I didn't even think, he has 41 denies.
Yeah, 41 denies, my friend.
That is awesome. Or he's really bored in the lane. Either way. Yeah, that's really nice. And they've been able to control this mind control much better than the Spider, as we were talking about. But he also died at the first part. I don't know how much that matters. But the Spider, once again, he gets that space which you don't want to give it to him, because, as you said, if there is a fight somewhere else, he's going to be able to take down towers, he's going to be able to kill supports by himself. And that is always a problem. And now with seeing the Queen of Pain going for the Necrobook as well, she's also going to be able to do this split pushing. So we'll see if they're going to do this the rat way or the right way. I have no idea what
that's good. I like it. It does work in the English language. You're coming out with the puns there, Kim.
Sorry.
But no, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, Four Clovers, they've got the pushing power. You've got your Clinks, you've got your co-op with the Necrobook eventually, and you've got your Broodmother with the Broodlings. On top of that, you've also got the Witch Doctor with the Voodoo Restoration, with the Sustain, who can come to join the pushes and make it very hard for Unknown to stop it. And also you've got the Axe, who's going to very soon have his Blink Dagger. If we look at the Axe at the moment, how much gold are we seeing on him? 1,700 gold. So Blink Dagger pretty much round the corner for the Axe. So I kind of feel as soon as the Axe has got his Blink and the Queen of Pain's got the Necro, the pressure we're going to see coming out from Four Clovers is going to be stepped up tenfold. Definitely,
and then I would suggest to get the bottom tower and take over the forest.
Yeah.
If they can do that, they can also minimize Shen's part of this game, and Shen is an early game here, which you want to use for taking towers, for getting control, using those creeps when they are still really strong. But if they can ruin that and ruin his movement, maybe they can start controlling also the farm from Dusa. But already we see Dusa is not really that far up in the farm. I mean, obviously he has 40 creep kills, the others have 41 and 50. It's not a big deal, but maybe this is like an indication that they know what to do later on too. And this swap around between Dusa and Storm, I really want to talk about that, because I don't know if Medusa felt the pressure or if Storm felt the pressure. What do you think?
Well, I'd imagine just the way that they play, and they do normally kind of prioritize that for Nico Baby. I guess it must have been a case of the Medusa just feeling that she wasn't finding as much CS as she kind of hoped, and the fact that in the mid lane, especially against a Clinks, who is obviously looking for these rotations, there is the chance that there's going to be some time the mid lane unattended. So she's going to have the space to find the farm, whereas on your bottom lane, you're always going to constantly have the Broodmother putting on the pressure. Broodmother, very unlikely to rotate into other lanes. Yeah. And especially seeing as you pointed out, Four Clover's best move would be to take that tower. I think that, the side of Base Alone realize that as well. And they want to kind of draw Medusa away from that, because the pressure almost certainly will come from Four Clovers onto the tier 1 and onto the tier 2. Because as you said, securing the jungle is going to hurt your Chen, it's going to hurt your Medusa. And at the same time, once you've applied that initial burst of pressure with, 2-3 hero commitments, you don't need to worry about that lane, because you just leave the Broodmother sitting in the Radiant jungle. And I mean, yeah, Sexy Bambo's going to be able to hold that entire bit of the map on his own.
Yeah, I guess that's what they want to do. But I was thinking also maybe they want to put more, like give Storm a little bit more space, because between Storm and Spider, he can still jump away. He can be really harsh on the Spiderlings too. So maybe they want to give him some more levels, because they realize that this Queen of Pain is going to take over this map eventually. If she gets the free farm and gets the Necrobooks fast, it's nice to see the Necrobooks. You don't see them that often.
I mean, no, but especially kind of on a safe lane quap.
No,
we very rarely see the quap just being put in the safe lane, being safeguarded up and getting a quick timing on the Necro. Maybe sometimes on the mid lane quap, but no, especially a safe lane quap that's had the support as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not a solo lane quap, which is a little bit more common.
Yeah. Well, still, it could be a basher actually, the belt. But that would be really next level.
Next level.
Yeah.
Getting the old basher out. I mean, maybe
First
they're
item basher.
What is it? 10% on ranged heroes.
Yeah, but it's 100 if you're lucky.
Exactly.
Yeah, so why not? No, probably not. Probably not.
Wow.
Well,
but when it comes out, you can be like, I told you.
Yeah.
You doubted me. I was right. It was the skull basher. But I guess this is the nice thing about the quap split pushing. The only person that's going to be kind of a real hindrance and have the chance of killing the quap is going to be your Lion. And if your Lion's going after your quap, your Lion isn't going to be there to kind of protect your Medusa during the farming stage. So they're kind of being able to draw the aggression away. I don't know, it kind of feels like 4 Clovers. We talked about it in the draft, the fact that basically Unknowns look stronger, but the fact that if 4 Clovers get a good start and everything goes to plan, it's just going to be so hard for basically Unknown to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, unless they have a really good like 5-man plan, because of course the egg do as the stone gaze we talked about, and the other possible movements and heals from the other heroes could work out too. But it feels like 4 Clovers has a really good start here, and they do. And now with Axe having a blink dagger, and Goblak is not, I mean, he's level 5, it's nothing impressive, but it's definitely not bad either. It's the same level as the Lion on the other side, so yeah. I think 4 Clovers are... this is going to go well for them unless they mess up.
Yeah, just the fact that between the 2 junglers, you've got level 5 on the Chen, level 8 on the Axe, and obviously between the 2 offlaners, level 4 on the Phoenix, level 8 on your Brood. If we actually have a look at the XP graph, how much of a difference are we seeing as a whole between the 2 teams?
It's
pretty
clear.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,000 XP difference at 8.5 minutes in. Just, yeah, in terms of map control, game control, 4 Clovers, they're really on point today.
Yeah. Usually there's no point looking at these so early, but this is really telling. And if you go to the goal graph, it's following very well as well.
Yeah.
It's over 5k goal lead in 8 minutes, and that is actually something to talk about.
There's still the chance for basically Unknown to do something against it.
Yeah, definitely.
But say this game continues to snowball and we do see 4 Clovers eventually win the game. How do you deal with this kind of draft? I mean, should the side of basically Unknown picked kind of more aggressively, maybe not gone for something like the Medusa? Or do you think it's just the way it's played out? The fact that Chen hasn't been able to find these early rotations? I mean, what do you do against this?
Well, I'm not sure that the draft, I mean, the lanes are pretty hard, in my opinion. I mean, Klinks is good in the middle, and he also got the first blood and the rune, so he was like 1 level ahead of Storm. You don't want that to happen. Maybe you should have focused more on the Spider in the beginning, and as I said, kept him really down, because he was level 4 too early for my taste, at least. But then again, I don't know. Maybe I think they should be able to play like that. I don't think this lead will stay. I'm gonna guess for that. I think when Basic Unknown starts moving as a team, we will see something else. And if we don't, then I have no idea what their plan was from the beginning, to be honest. Because they had to have something in plan. I mean, you can't just lose the lanes and lose the game and then do the same again. Seems like we have...
What's the problem there?
The load.
We need to load, boys. Yeah. So we are...
Lock and load.
Rise has got a lot of spiders. We're looking at the kobold there. Okay, yeah, they're going to play on until 9 minutes, then we'll load at the 9-minute marker.
We should get Veppas to find the Ice Ogre.
The Ice Ogre?
Yeah,
wow.
because that is a guy who has such a beautiful... yeah, there is. Look at his body.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that... Has he got like a plank in him?
No, I think that's a bug.
Or is that the... it's this guy's club.
Yeah.
He just kind of shoved it up there.
Look at him. That's a beautiful person right there. And those mustache-like horns?
Mustache.
Horns?
Oh, teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are not
Oh,
teeth.
they're more horny than teethy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are more horny than teethy.
Tusks, that's the word.
Tusks.
There we go. The Irish and the Dutch correcting me, the English, on my own language.
You told me I could
Shows
trust you.
how our country's gone to pot in terms of me being very good at the language.
Well, you're not in my shoes, at least.
No. No, you're doing good, Papa Dredge. I don't think we've had many... I mean, you can cast in English. I think this is going to be something you can add to your CV as an English caster. TI finals. You know, Valve, they'll be watching.
Yeah, I turned them down last time.
Yeah.
No,
Look what happened when you
I
did
did
that.
actually.
We had this TI4 finals that the play...
I
the
casted
play
that.
style wasn't there.
No, but I casted
The
it in
casting was
Swedish.
there, of course. Oh, you casted it in Swedish? Did you?
Yes.
Was it good? Did you enjoy the finals?
Well, it was a final is always a final, but it was the way the game was played back then, and the way that kind of the meta was. I think it was the worst possible final still, because super fast games, but not really action packed anyway. It was like most pushing and no, but I enjoyed it. Of course, it was awesome being over in Seattle and doing that. So I'm not complaining. No, I would never do that.
You gonna go again this year?
I'm gonna say like the Muslims say, inshallah. I hope so. I really hope so, because it's a nice environment, and of course all the fun people are there. And it seems like we have a game.
Yeah, they're gonna play on until the 9-minute mark.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for the music, Scriff. I don't blame Scrim for that. Scriff for that. It probably wasn't.
Oh, okay. So only for the load.
Yes, we're just gonna play until 9 minutes. So hopefully no one's gonna kill each other in this section. And yeah, we should just play on for the load. Harney's gonna kill some creeps. We're gonna hit the 9-minute point, and then we'll look to reload. And I guess they're gonna get Sexy Bambo back, unless they're gonna get a replacement.
Yeah. That's why they do the load.
That's not good.
That is
That's not good
at all.
No, because Sexy Bambo has been doing really well on this brew.
Yep. And he's been doing really well for this team as well. So I'm not sure.
Brood is one of those heroes that you kind of have to get to be able to play. I mean, it's not the easiest hero in the game.
No, it's not. I agree with you, because it's a movement here. You need to know where to be, so you don't just end up feeding like I do when I play Brood. But who's going to replace him? It's kind of big shoes to step into, even bigger than Andy's.
I mean, we talked about the fact that Sexy Bambo was the guy who kind of sets the pace for the team. He is the guy who makes the big kind of, hit or miss plays that define whether the team's going to win or not.
Yeah,
so,
at least yesterday it was awesome.
Yeah.
So what now?
Well, we're going to have to rehost, so do bear with us, Twitch chat. Don't go anywhere, as we'll hopefully get ourselves into the remade game. I guess we'll have to DC. And see who they're going to get to stand in, because maybe it'll be a big name. Maybe it's going to be the new Admiral Bulldog. The new guy's going to stand in here at this prestigious tournament and then be picked up by a major side. But we've still got a slot free at the moment. I mean, Dreas, do you want to step in, or how's your brood mother?
No, my brother is awful, actually. I think.
Well, if you wanted someone who's good at the micro, this guy's going to fill the boots.
Oh.
We're going to get Weehar in. Weehar is going to be the stand-in, replacing Sexy Bambo on the Brood Mother. And this guy, if you can play Meepo, you can play Brood. Maybe, maybe not directly, but it's certainly going to... you're going to be more confident having Weehar playing the hero than a lot of other pros.
He's going to be fine playing this hero. And I mean, if you don't like a hero, at least the worst part of the lane stage has passed. I mean, you don't have to get to the first levels.
Sexy Bambo's put you in a great place. It's not like, we're going to give you the Brood, by the way, you've had an awful time in lane. You're going to have to pull out some spectacles to get yourself back in to the position that we want you. Yeah, he's going to come into the game, level 8. He's got the Soul Ring. He's got, I believe, about 1,700 gold on the Brood as well. So
it's a good situation. But I mean, worst case, he can even go to his own forest when Axe is done there. I mean, if he really is uncomfortable with the offlane role, which I don't think he is, but I'm just trying to think out of the box there. He's a really good player, and he should do this fine. But it's a new player.
It is.
It is a new player, and I talk a lot about this synergy in a team. And as we said yesterday, I mean, Bamboo, he provided a lot of this action and the pressure. And can we do the same? I doubt it, but now the question is, can they do something else and make it work anyway? Because that's what they need to focus on now.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to refresh ourselves, get ourselves back into the game as we load everybody in. And yeah, I think you said that's going to be the one thing working against them, the team synergy, because you can't argue. Basically unknown. They're a team that are very tight-knit and seem to work very well together as Upat.
Yeah, definitely. They have a bad start, or if you turn around, 4 Clovers has a good start here. So let's hope this is not like game-changing. It is though.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
guess.
can't just. It is
As much as we can hope.
Yeah,
against it being game-changing, it is a little bit.
It is, but let's hope.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just not hope anything.
I mean, yeah. Weehar's a good player to have. I think the fact that they've got Weehar is boding well for them. But it's not a sexy Bambo, and
Nope.
it's a very different player with a very different play style.
Yes.
But we'll see. I mean, maybe this is going to be the start of them kicking Bambo out and having a new permanent addition to the roster.
That would be really weird, but maybe at least he connects to the game. At least that's a
Yes.
that makes him a lot better than Sexy Bamboo in this
at
game,
least for this game,
regardless. So
yeah.
we have to think about it like that. So finally, we are
we're
on the
back
way.
into the game, boys. So let's get yourselves in there. So yeah, Weehar stepped in onto the Broodmother, and the game will continue. I mean, all things said and done, it is a little bit exciting just to see how the kind of tempo changes and see if Weehar fails or if he succeeds.
Definitely. And if you're a really good team, you have to be able to adapt, and that's a really key thing. It's a sim that has to be like this, but still. So let's hope that they can manage anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to say kudos at least to 4 Clovers because they did find a suitable replacement very quickly.
Yep.
Thanks to them, we haven't been having to wait around too long. But indeed, the game continues. Weehar is going to do what we were kind of expecting to see them do and head straight into the Radiant jungle and start to try and maintain control of this area. But there we go. The zip and the spike, very annoying, and Weehar does get dragged in for a little bit. They aren't going to be able to chase it down. Honey has headed himself into the Radiant jungle, and he's going to be able to suck up some of these, a little bit of a stack that was created here on the Radiant side. The Radiant don't have any wards here in the jungle, so they won't be aware that he is doing it at the time being. Pure Evil, 1, 2.
I don't even know what to
Honey
say.
has the backup, but yeah, Chen has got to be so careful with his positioning this game.
And now the Axe Blink is done before 10 minutes, as you said. And I think this is the first moment. There's going to be one more moment when Queen of Pain is like getting her Necro 3 and so on. But this is the first moment. Now 4 Clovers can really use this Blink. If they can, they're going to be able to kill this Shen so many times. The Lion, the Storm, even the Dusa if they want to, and take over this map. But I think they should act. And we'll see if they will do that or if they will keep farming for a while more.
I mean, Brumo, the ping's coming out there, onto the Chen. He will back up. There's a Radiant Sentry down there by the pool camp, trying to zip forward. And Naraj will find Weehar. Distance, puts down another web, and should be able to get away. Does catch him? Just a little bit too late. Must have been just on the edge.
I thought it catched him, but it didn't.
It looked very close, but he's going to be okay. And with the gold that he was stockpiling up, he's got the Midas. And again, I mean, that's an item that we were talking about, the fact that if you leave a Brood to her own devices, she's just going to spiral out of control. Midas, the great item pickup for that kind of hero.
Yeah, definitely. And I wouldn't be surprised if we were going to see a Necrobook even on this Brood model. To have 2 Necrobooks to put pressure on Dusa can be really interesting. And Necrobook has been the choice of a few Brood models too.
Look, here's the use of the Blink Dagger straight onto Nico Baby here on the Medusa. The mana shield's on him through the call. He can't take it off, so he's not going to have the mana for the Stone Gaze. And he's not going to look to dive it. He's happy with the harassment. But again, I mean, yeah, we saw there. If you're able to get the call in whilst the mana shield's up, get a couple of spins, you're going to easily be able to bring down the Medusa to a point where she can't cast Stone Gaze.
Yeah, definitely. But you saw also that she survived that. That's a lot of damage that they put on her still. I mean, Honey is dealing a lot of damage, but with that shield, it's stupid. This hero is stupid. You know, I mean, she can handle so much damage. And Axe did not get anything from his first movement.
No.
Let's count the movements until he creates a kill or an opening in some way, because I think it's important.
Bottom lane, where we're going to see both Lion and Stormspit head back to base, so we's going to get a bit of space here to continue to farm top lane. And Phoenix getting very, very low here to the Queen of Pain, and Queen of Pain, easy, finds himself a solo pick-off on this Phoenix. And I mean, Mind Control, he seems to just have fallen off recently, because we're talking about him being one of the kind of standout performers for the side, but recently his Night Stalker, now his Phoenix play, it's not been great.
I mean, of course, he's an offlaner and he has a rough time, but it feels like the dives has been weird. I didn't see the start of that dive, so I can't really say, but I have the same feeling as you, Odie, without being too harsh. Let's see if they get the dust on Honey here.
But the boosted movement speed, it's, I mean, you were talking about it earlier, the fact that very hard to catch up. Bottom lane, though, call onto a rise, Hanako will buy him sometime. The dunk will still be there, though, with the help of Weeha. There's your second movement from the Axe. This time it will get a kill, and it's onto your Storm Spirit.
And see what this kills does. Kill the tower. So this blink and this the time that Joel spent in the forest, you can always see as an investment, and now you can see it paying off, pretty much.
Tower's going to go down. Blinks has got himself a haste rune. Maybe he can see if he can catch someone out with this. They've let Gobelak take the mid lane to look for a bit of experience and farm. He has now hit level 6, so has got the Death Ward. He's going to clear up this camp here, and the Dire Vision in the Radiant Jungle is pretty good now. We've got this Dire Ward and the Dire Sentry just to try and keep control of the Radiant Jungle, as we're saying, would be the intention here with the Dire's lineup. We've got a fair few of them on the high ground. In comes the Chen army. It's going to spy out Yo, but Hani is going to try and create a little bit of goal for himself. He's got it. He's got it. And talking about people getting things, Quap has now got the Necro books.
Yeah, she actually has Necro level 2 already, so there, she can't be blamed for not farming at least. She has 50-4 denies. This, I was taught that living in denial is a bad thing, but apparently it's not. I don't know. Arise gets hold of Joel here, though.
Yeah, giving him a bit of a tickle, zipping forward, getting the slow. Hani is there to back up with the finger and the Earth Spike. Very nice and clean pick off there for the side. Haste Rune pop by Hani. He's trying to go on to Lion. He will be able to find it with one more right click. There's a kill for Hani. They also pick off Chen in the jungle. So it is a 2-for-1 trade. They do lose the Axe, but I mean, getting a couple of supports and now getting the Chen army here as well. Weeha with the Midas onto one of the creeps, and Hani picks off the second one, 6-1. And now with 2 heroes down, you can just continue to apply this pressure.
Yeah, definitely. You see how they decide to go for this bottom lane first. First of all, that tower is the easiest to get, but this is also about controlling the forest, as I said in the beginning, at least in my opinion. And the spider is going to be really scary. Wow, he kills the Phoenix. What's the Phoenix doing?
The Phoenix is down, Arise coming in. In comes the paralyzing cast. Can they control Arise with the Death One and the bounces? What a kill there for 4 Clovers. Double kill for the Queen of Pain. And they're going to lose the tier 2 here as well. And I mean, we had the net worth and XP graph up before this, but with this tower going down, those 2 heroes, we are getting to the point where the difference, at least in terms of gold, it's 1,000 a minute coming up round the corner.
Yeah. Now this is really nice from them, and it was funny how you said that the Witch Doctor cask isn't so good to control the storm. Well, if you're really lucky, OD, it's fine. It's fine. You don't need anything else. He was standing completely still, actually. It was more powerful than Axe in that scenario, at least. And that was unlucky. And right now, 4 Clovers are really looking in a good shape. And it's like almost dangerous, but they still have the do side in basic downhome, and that will make them play without the real stress. Because if you know that you have the superior late game, you can at least lean on that. They won't be able to lean on that for the rest of the game, but instead of stressing up, they can at least say, okay, we got Dusa, we can still do this, take it easy. And I think that aspect, the psychological aspect, is really important when you're going up in a final like this.
A lot of pings now coming up to the top lane. Basically, I know sending 4 heroes up, but they really need to find this pick-off to make this movement worth it. Yo, he's fairly far forward. He's going to get hexed up. He's in a lot of trouble here. There's going to be the stun there as well to follow forward. We're going to get a pause from Yol on the Axe. DC from Hani. A little bit unfortunate. I mean, even if they were coordinating, guys, you need to keep it to the top there, I'm going to die. I don't think there's any saving this Axe, is there? Or is there?
Nah. Let's see. Lion has bite. There's a Centaur Conqueror there with a stun as well. No, he's dead.
This is a dead Axe. I mean, can they turn it around potentially in terms of finding a kill on the way out of this fight? Has anyone got TPs? Who have we got? BZZ. He's got a TP. Go Black's got a TP. Ooh. Okay. Okay, fair play to Arise. They're going to wait.
Definitely.
Okay, I mean...
Well, if Goblack was there from the beginning, he could have saved him, maybe. But now I don't think so. No, he won't be able to. Even though X is level 11, he has an Ogre Club as well, so he's like kind of fat.
Who's this? The Axe.
The Axe, but no, he's gonna die, I think.
Yeah, I think he's... I mean, what's he down to? 850. He's still got the Berserker's Call. How long have we got left on the Earth Spike stun? Because that is the only other stun they've got in terms of holding him down, isn't
it?
They
got the Centaur.
They got the Centaur.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Fair point. Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
You can... But You can always hope.
You can,
Yeah.
for all the 4Clover fanboys out there. But you're going to need more than hope for that.
Yeah, but if you have 4 clovers, that's luck, so...
It is true. Even though I believe the name's 4Clover, which doesn't make sense at all.
Why is that?
Because it's not got an S on. I might be wrong. It might be 4 Clovers.
Oh, you mean...
And they also spell leprechaun in a very weird way. It's like spelled leprechaun. I don't think that's a word.
So you're calling out their...
I'm calling out their team name, yeah.
The team name, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Fyra
My immersion.
klöver. Oh, that's luck at least in Swedish.
No, a 4-leafed clover is luck,
Yeah?
but not 4 clovers.
Oh, okay.
If anything, that's bad though, because you got 4 clovers and none of them have got 4 leaves. So, I mean, something's going wrong.
Something is wrong here.
But even so, I mean, luck seems to be on their side for the most part of this game.
Yep.
Well, not well. I'd say maybe no, there is no luck. It's skill, really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they
game
play
of skill.
really good. They play really good, but they are unlucky with the disconnects here. So that is a major issue right now, which I hope they can solve.
Okay. God damn it! This is not great, unfortunately. But what are you gonna do? Well, we're gonna just have a chat, have a dredge.
I could do some gymnastics.
You could. That would make Reddit front page.
Yeah, but
But that's
no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save that for the karaoke. I hear something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before.
What
It
is
is a
this?
karaoke, come on.
Brushing up on
You can do whatever you want.
I'm working
Oh.
on my
I'm talking about singing.
Rather an inspiring thing.
Yeah, me too.
just can't wait
Checking.
to be king.
You've run along with
You're
it.
singing along already.
No one's saying
Yeah, bad evening.
The dredge. What do you got
Yes.
planned for the rest of the week? Anything fun?
Are we talking private plans here? I'm gonna go home.
No toilet stories.
No toilet
Hey, can you
stories.
tell us the toilet story?
No, I just made that up.
Ow.
Yeah, I never go to the toilet. And if
Never
I do,
goes to the toilet.
if I do, no, I don't. I actually don't. I'm like a character in a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they not go to the toilet?
Well, not in the movie.
I think you're watching the wrong kind of movies. I mean,
What happened with your yacht when you said that? That was disgusting. You did something with.
what?
I think you were watching the wrong kind of movies. You like became some kind of Texas warrior. You scared me a lot. Actually.
What did I do? Like,
I've never seen anything like that.
oh,
Is that your normal go-to move? You gotta stop doing that. That is, yeah.
that's my
What are you trying to send out? That's
my jaw apparently.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, 10-man DDoS. Wow.
No, it seems like a remake.
Okay. Oh, we're having another remake.
Yeah.
This time we're going to do it in a totally different game. We're moving over to. That'd be good, wouldn't it, if we just move over to what, CS:GO or something?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go full Toby.
Go full Toby. I'm gonna
Right,
see
we're gonna have a remake, boys. Second remake of the stream. And are we actually getting stand-ins again?
I hope not.
We're gonna end up with a totally different team.
Yeah.
There's just gonna eventually be people being swapped out. Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully this is just a solvable thing and it's gonna be fine.